Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get some good vibrations, sensations, growing through the world, through the greatest nation, America. That's the land for me. Really, really motherfucking free. I got Brian LaRoe on my left side. He fills me up with some mad pride. He keeps singing when I don't want him to. Pretty annoying. Hit him with my shoe. I got Crocs on. I got him on my feet, and I like Max on the fucking street. I like him in the booth, and I like him on the wax, and I like to hit it off with a really nasty track because of good vibrations. It's just a sweet sensation. Good vibration.
So welcome back to the Max and Brian Want to Fight the Wahlbergs podcast. My name is Brian LaRoe, and I'm joined by my co-host Max Schenker.
Max Schenker of Max and Brian Try to Fight the Wahlbergs, joined by my co-host Brian LaRoe, guest co-host.
If we ever can't do it, we should just get someone with the same name as us to fill in.
Yeah,
I don't know any other Maxes.
It's a lot easier to get you to fill it, to get someone to fill in for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, because there's a bunch of Brians.
There's more Brians than Maxes.
All right, but we're also joined by a guy who would be pretty easy to replace because his name is Joe Eames.
James.
Yes, you can call him James if you'd like, but we wouldn't hear it because you're listening in your car or at work or not at all. I think maybe I don't know. Say hello to the millions of followers.
Yeah, Joe, what up?
Listening in their parents' basement right now.
Joe, where do you listen to the podcast?
Usually in the bathtub.
While you're slitting your wrists.
Yeah. No, I just sit in the bathtub and light one match at a time, and kind of burn down and then drop it in the water.
Some people listen to the sound of silence. You listen to Max and Brian Try to Fight the Wahlbergs.
Yeah, it soothes me.
Anytime Brian's voice makes you lose an octave of hearing in your ears, you just light another match.
The intro song truly is a war crime, by the way. That is, I mean, Pat's got bars, but Brian singing is...
Listen,
I appreciate your support, Joe. Thanks for doing the podcast.
We're trying to get subpoenaed by the UN. We're trying to get a free trip to Geneva.
Yeah. So the reason why we brought you on the podcast is not because we think you're terribly funny or nothing, but we...
Yeah, it's not because we wanted to talk to you on a podcast.
We love you. You happen to be our most Irish friend, and I only know that because you say it...
All the time.
All the time, yeah. Just off the top of your head, do you know in Boston the percentage of Irish Americans that make up the population of Metro Boston?
I would assume like 99%, right?
Okay, so didn't know as much as I thought you were gonna know. We're sitting as of 2014. We're sitting at 22.8%
of all Irish Americans live in the greater Boston area.
No, the percentage of Boston population that is Irish
All right, I'm
American.
moving a little slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max and I are very hungover.
I showed up today and Max was drinking a Pedialyte.
And a coffee.
Oh, yeah.
It's over there.
When I got in Brian's car, he said, "You smell like beer," and I haven't had anything to drink today, so it's just seeping out of my pores.
Yeah.
Then Brian said, "You look and
like
sound
a
like
true
shit."
Irish man.
Yeah, but Brian has paint on his shorts, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is hot content.
Yeah, pretty cool. So what's your favorite Irish fact, Joe? We'll just start there. You can tell us about your uncles. You love doing that.
My mom has 5 brothers, and their names are in order: Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Peter. So, if you're familiar with the New Testament.
That's, Mark, does he have any correlate? Is he similar to?
Who's your most Wahlberg-esque family member?
Why? I wouldn't insult any of my family members by comparing them to.
Who's the most Wahlberg-esque person you've ever met? What's the most Wahlberg-esque interaction you've ever had?
Like a high school football coach. Like Mark Wahlberg definitely has high school football coach energy, in my opinion. I played football, whatever.
Nice.
You played football. Could you want to go a little bit more into that?
There's not much further to go.
What position did you play?
What position did you play?
I played strong safety on varsity.
Oh, nice. On varsity.
Wow.
That was like a cough at the end. Strong safety on varsity.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, when I was 18.
Yeah, made varsity when I was 18.
So they made me play varsity.
Well, when you hit puberty when you're 9, you play different positions throughout your career. So by the time it was all done.
Has your voice always been this low?
One day in 7th grade, I got on the bus and like literally got on the bus and was like, "Bye, Mom," and I came home with this voice.
Wow. How many cigarettes did you smoke that day?
So I was 13, so half a pack probably.
Oh, yeah.
I used to smoke half a pack of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, what's your favorite Bob Seger song?
Ramblin' Gamblin' Man.
Max, we're gonna try something different this week where we don't interrupt the guest every single time.
I was just gonna say that can't be old time rock and roll.
I know. I mean, I knew you were gonna interrupt him with something. I just, didn't really give a shit what it was.
If I'm your most Irish fan, Max is definitely your most Bob Seger friend for sure.
Cool. Yeah, I would agree.
All right.
What is the Irish part of Boston? So I'm just kind of looking up Irish. I literally, in my Google search right now, it says Boston Irish people.
What's your favorite Dropkick Murphys song?
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Then we can lead into Four Brothers with this one. Yep.
Oh,
that was a question to you. Yeah.
My favorite Dropkick Murphys song. I don't think I could name one.
It was not shipping out to Boston.
Oh, is that them? Yeah. Sorry, I don't. I'm more of a Flogging Molly guy.
What's your favorite Flogging Molly song?
I don't remember any of their songs by name.
Okay. So
Usually pretty shit-faced.
Joe, are you mad at us?
Am I not bringing enough energy? I'm sorry.
What's up? Do we need to?
Do we need to talk?
Do we need to talk?
What are we? I came here to discuss Four Brothers. So
yeah, cool. So all right. So a little backstory with Four Brothers. Joe paid $4 to watch Four Brothers today.
$1 per brother.
$1 per brother, and it's pretty awesome because we have like a little like a double thing going here because Four Brothers has Mark Wahlberg. It's shot in Detroit, Michigan, which is where Max claims to not be from.
No longer from the Detroit area.
Oh, wow. So according to Wikipedia, Four Brothers has been described as blaxploitation influenced. So can anybody start us off by telling us why?
Joe?
I think the soundtrack has some parallels where there's definitely like Marvin Gaye and like across 105th Street and stuff like that. So musically, I think it reminds me of stuff like that. That and it's like a classic revenge tale sort of deal. But
that and just how Mark Wahlberg talks the whole time.
he's abysmal in that movie.
You can see the joy in his eyes based on the amount of just like racism he gets to do on screen. Do you remember when he's like seeing his nieces at his mom's wake and he's just like it's like his two nieces and they got a dog and he says hi to the older niece and he like says hi like, hey Amelia, that's a very nice dress you're wearing to the dog and his younger niece is like, that's not, I'm Amelia, and he was like, oh sorry, I couldn't tell you apart.
Pretty
Yeah,
great bit.
He does pretty aggressive code switching in the movie too.
When they break into the guy's house and he's like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's Mark Wahlberg saying "Homeboy" is pretty terrific.
Yeah.
He does that in Wahlburgers a lot. When they remember the episode of Wahlburgers where they shoot what's the guy's his like friend's name? The fucking guy who. Damn it, he's in Entourage. He's like the guy who also is an actor in Entourage.
Drama.
Drama.
They shoot Drama.
Well, they film Drama doing a rap video, and Mark calls him homeboy. Like, all right, homeboy, get up. Like, you gotta do this rap video, and then like, yeah, he says homeboy a lot. Whatever.
Dude, so the whole time watching this movie, all I could think, because Tyrese Gibson's in it, and he's also in the Fast and Furious movies. And Brian and I saw Fast and Furious 9 this week.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be just the two of us, and then two uppity teenagers walked in that were very loud and very, I think, making out. But Tyrese Gibson at one point in the movie goes, I think we're invincible.
No, that's not even how it goes. It's way worse than that. He goes up to Ludacris and goes, dude, isn't it crazy that we've been doing all these things for so long and we haven't died yet?
Too meta.
It's like we just haven't like died.
Well, he's like, I don't even have a scratch.
Yeah.
It was right after like he almost landed on a landmine.
Yeah.
I like that Tyrese's character in Four Brothers, like his whole thing is that he just fucks a lot.
Yeah.
So Tyrese Gibson, Mark Wahlberg, Andre 3000, and whoever the fuck Garrett Hudland are.
He played Don Billingsley in Friday Night Lights.
They're all brothers. Can we explain that?
Well, they are foster children.
Adopted.
And so the white savior of the movie is their foster mom.
Her name is Fiona Flanagan.
Yeah, she's killed in cold blood in a armed robbery at the beginning of the film. And then what I love is it's like her wake or whatever, and it's 2 cops in a car, and it's just like the classic intro of like these 4 guys, too bad for the Detroit foster system, like only 4, and like so they do the whole intro thing. Mark Wahlberg's character used to be a great hockey player, which like I think he probably asked to have added to the script.
He did wear a Probert jersey when they're playing hockey, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I always like that athlete backstory thing where it's like he's a criminal, but also he was really good at hockey.
Yeah, because Terrence Howard's character is like, yeah, I used to play hockey with him back in the day, but he got thrown out of like 60-some games, and the league just had enough with him.
The Michigan Mauler.
Do you imagine getting thrown out of 60 games, and then the league is finally like, all right, we're gonna have to kick you out for that. It's like I've gotten thrown out of 60 fucking games. You could have told me like 20 games ago, or maybe even 50 games ago that I couldn't do this. But after I would say 30.
That is
like
a season's worth of games.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that 4 Brothers and Happy Gilmore take place in the same cinematic universe. Oh man! And Happy Gilmore and Mark Wahlberg were going back and forth in the.
See, I'd like to think that they are the same character, but in 2 different realities. Where maybe if he grew up with his family, he would have just been still a sociopath, but like a funnier sociopath who gets a girl and saves his grandma.
I'm just trying to picture Terrence Howard playing hockey now, and I'm having a really hard time with it. Do you know Terrence Howard has his own like math?
No, explain it.
Terrence Howard thinks like 2 + 2 = 5 or something, and he's like tried to explain it on the record. Google Terrence Howard math. I'm not making this up. He's a deeply insane person.
Is that why he didn't get asked to return to the Iron Man franchise?
Yeah, that was yeah. He got replaced by Don Cheadle. That's right.
Who's Terrence Howard?
He's an actor.
Hustle and Flow.
Lieutenant Green. Oh yeah.
You see his tiny little dick in Get Rich or Die Trying when they.
Oh, he's adamant that 1 × 1 = 2.
Oh, Terrence Howard is the guy from Empire. He's the lead character.
Yeah, he's.
Got it.
Yeah, there's Terrence Howard, and then. Oh, but you were talking about Mark Wahlberg being Irish. I googled it. His mom or his dad is half Swedish, so major strike one.
Do Irish people like you need to be full Irish? Is that how racist the Irish are?
We don't claim him. I will say that. Also, Wahlberg kind of sounds Jewish.
How so?
How?
Berg specifically. Am I allowed to say that Jewish last names often?
No, Max is allowed to say.
Joe, you have to do a wall sit for the next 2 minutes.
W-A-H-L
Come on, you're the only one here.
sit.
Yeah, W-A-H-L sit.
It'd be funny if saying Mark Wahlberg might be Jewish is like the thing that gets you guys a cease and desist from him.
He's like, whoa.
He's like, hey, you guys can try to fight me, but don't you
talk
dare
about
imply
my hate crimes. You can do anything. You could say I did steroids to make up for the lack of a father figure, but.
Have you guys talked about his daily routine on this yet?
I think so.
I think we did.
Fucking insane.
I think we've. I think. Well, we can go into it. Should we like just go over the daily routine again and then talk about how that differs from Joe's daily routine?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it side by side. So here's what we'll do. I'll read off what Mark Wahlberg's doing at each hour of the day,
and then we'll see what you're doing.
And then Joe's gonna say what.
It's like starts off at 2 a.m. It's like, well, that's still yesterday for Joe.
2 a.m. Oh, I'm gonna be at the lodge for another hour and a half.
Yeah. 2 a.m. on a Sunday is still it's still 2 a.m. on a Saturday for Joe.
Okay, here we go. 2:30 a.m. Wake up. Joe Eames.
Drinking heavily.
Okay, cool.
2:45 a.m. Prayer time.
Praying while drinking heavily.
You pray and drink?
What are you praying for?
More drinking.
Yeah, more, another bottle.
Joe, you're kind of like a flat character right now. We need you to.
Do you need more energy from me? I apologize.
I don't know about energy, but like you gotta say something crazy.
I know what'll get you going.
Max just Googled trains.
Yeah, well, we were gonna do a bit. Where we were just gonna play train sounds and see if you could guess what train it is.
So the joke is that I'm autistic, and
well, also the fact is,
the joke is that's what
you're legally autistic.
So I grew up next to train tracks, and trains fuck. I will die on that hill.
Like each other. Is that how new trains are born?
I've Googled it, and
do we just have impotent trains in the United States, which is why we don't have a high-speed train system?
I think Well, because Metra and Amtrak fuck. Freight trains are their own thing.
Got it. Well, which one's the mommy and which one's the daddy?
Yeah.
I think we're living in a post-gender society.
Okay,
so.
that's a good point.
Which one's
You got me there, Joe.
which one's the dom and which one's the sub?
Uh-oh.
Pardon me. Excuse me. I only smoked 15 cigarettes yesterday. Let's keep looking at this schedule.
Okay, so 2:45, Joe is praying while drinking. 3:15 a.m., Mark Wahlberg eating breakfast.
Walking home from the bar because I can't afford an Uber.
Nice.
Cool. Have you eaten at all in between these times? Like, so Mark Wahlberg might be eating breakfast, but you might be housing a 4-for-4 in your car.
Yeah, if the Wendy's at Division in Ashland could give DUIs, I would be in jail for the rest of my life. Those people are.
You heard it here first.
Those people are concerned for me.
All right, from 3:40 a.m. to 5:15 a.m., Mark Wahlberg is working out.
I'm probably watching like Dazed and Confused and falling asleep on my couch.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, 5:30 a.m., post-workout meal.
Unconscious.
Completely.
Yeah.
So you said 2 meals, so you're maybe 1. 6 a.m., shower.
Unconscious.
7:30 a.m., golf.
Probably woke up to pee and went back to bed.
Okay.
8 a.m., snack.
Unconscious.
9:30 a.m., Cairo chamber recovery.
My laptop is open and I have a YouTube video playing so that it looks like I'm online at work, but I'm still asleep.
Do you know that's they literally only track if you do anything in Salesforce?
Fuck.
So for the listeners, Max and Joe have the exact same job and they work at Grubhub.
I don't know.
Can we put a beep over that?
Yeah.
Why can't I have never understood?
Joe and I are both trying to get new jobs.
I have never understood why you did you sign an NDA saying that you can't tell anybody that you work for Grubhub?
We just have poor labor laws.
Yeah, I know girls don't want to fuck a guy who works at Grubhub. That's my issue.
Yeah. I want a new job. Joe's just trying to be held.
Yeah, that's all I want.
I got held recently. It was pretty nice.
That's why Brian's being so sassy.
Yeah, Brian's
on top of the world. Somebody cuddled me.
You know how Tiger Woods, when he's doing really well in a tournament, he'll wear his red shirt on a Sunday?
Yep.
Brian wears his paint shorts on a Sunday after he's
paint shorts, my new socks.
The post-sex shorts.
After sex, I go out and I buy a new pair of socks.
Okay, 10:30 a.m. Mark Wahlberg's having another snack. You know what? Let me guess what Joe Eames is doing at this time. At 10:30 a.m., he's texting me, being like, "Holy shit, I just fell asleep. Do you think anyone noticed?"
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
So still unconscious, but not really.
I'm definitely awake by 10:30.
You've been unconscious for most of Mark Wahlberg's day so far.
Yeah. Well,
that's like half and half right now.
Yeah, it's true. But see, here's the thing: is Joe's day didn't end yet when Mark started. So I feel like that is little like that.
Joe's like the inverse to Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also, I'm making
the anti-Wahlberg.
I'm making priceless memories, and Mark Wahlberg is not. So I think I live a more fulfilling life.
Are you singing that Kid Cudi song the whole time?
Is that Pursuit of Happiness?
No, all the crazy things we did.
Yeah, that's my ringtone actually.
Only after midnight.
That's true. Have we gotten to prayer time yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2:45 a.m.
Yeah.
That's when you're praying.
You're praying.
Also.
You're praying over your Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Isn't his prayer time like an hour long?
Well, it says 30 minutes long.
30 minutes.
How do you pray for 30? Like, I don't even think priests pray for 30 minutes.
Yeah, like nuns in convents pray for 24 hours a day, and even they would be like, 30 minutes is a long time.
Yeah, we at least take breaks.
Yeah, we just say we're praying. All right, 11 a.m.
Like how Joe says he's working.
Yeah.
The nuns just say they're praying.
Yeah, exactly. Have you guys seen that movie, The Nun? It's in the Conjuring cinematic universe.
No. I didn't know The Conjuring had a cinematic universe.
Yep. Conjuring MCU.
Yeah, there's The Conjuring, Annabelle. Yeah, it's fun to like eat too many edibles and watch like scary movies.
Did you ever see The Devil Inside?
No.
Okay, let's finish this.
Okay, so hold on. I think we're starting to maybe see some similarities between Joe and Mark Wahlberg for the next 3 hours.
Okay.
2 hours.
And by that, you mean
3
conscious.
Hours. Conscious? Well, 11 a.m., family time, not for Joe, but meetings and work calls.
I don't really do meetings though.
Unless they're trying to tell you that if you do keep doing this, we will fire you.
Well, that's the thing is they can't fire you in the meeting if you don't join the meeting. So.
Did you know that Mark Wahlberg sought forgiveness from God for playing Dirk Diggler in Boogie Nights?
He says it's his least favorite role or least favorite movie he's ever done, which is insane. It's by far the best thing he's ever done.
The least favorite thing he's ever done?
Yeah. Well, that and Blinding a Filipino Man, I think, were his two least favorite
It starts off with Boogie Nights, though.
Yeah.
That is.
And then hate crime, hate crime, hate crime, hate crime.
Boogie Nights, Leaving New Kids on the Block.
Hate
probably
crime,
yell
hate
at his
crime,
kids.
crime.
No, you probably yell at his kids. That time he was rude to his chauffeur. Can't really think of anything. I guess I hate crime.
Jesus Christ.
All right, 1 p.m. lunch. Joe, what are you doing at 1 p.m.?
Probably watching The Sopranos and making sure my laptop doesn't fall asleep.
Nice.
What episode of The Sopranos usually?
It'd be weird if I watched one episode of The Sopranos over and over again. But
if you had to, which one would it be?
Everyone says Pine Barrens. I would lean towards like the one where they kill Big Pussy, and I think it's the season 2 finale. But spoiler alert! I know this is a Mark Wahlberg podcast, but have you guys talked about Donnie Wahlberg being in Band of Brothers?
No, not yet.
Actually, terrific role.
Terrific role.
Carl Lipton, I believe.
It's so good that you don't even know it's Donnie. Like, you're just like, who is this amazing actor? And you like have to like rub your eyes and like clean your television before you're like, that's fucking Donnie Wahlberg, huh?
It's funny. Not a blockhead.
He definitely has like a World War II face too.
Oh, 100%.
Like, yeah,
he looks straight out of the Dust Bowl.
Yeah, he's
straight out of the Dust Bowl.
I think I watch Band of Brothers like once a year, probably.
Wow, that's very military-industrial complex of you.
Well, both of my grandfathers are war heroes, Brian. So I try to. Pay
What did your grandfathers do in which wars?
World War II. One of them stormed the beach on D-Day, and they were both in the Battle of the Bulge.
That's why you got a huge dick.
That's Battle of the Bulge. What are you talking about? Every time Joe puts on pants.
This is so fucking stupid.
You don't have to tell us, baby. Okay. So, Mark said on Andy Cohen's radio show that that Boogie Nights was a joke taken too seriously, which is just crazy.
It's a good movie.
It's Paul Thomas.
It's a
Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Yeah, it's like it's and in terms of actually good movies that he's in. That would be one, and then like The Departed, and then that is it. And he didn't want to be in The Departed, and he didn't. We've said this before. Didn't want to be in The Departed, and barely wanted to be in Boogie Nights.
Yeah, The Fighter is also solid.
The Fighter is also
Christian Bale kind of carries that, but yeah, totally. Like him in The Departed is just like the proof that Martin Scorsese is one of the greatest ever because it's like Martin Scorsese made Mark Wahlberg a good actor for one movie. Like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Alec Baldwin rips in that too. I'm gonna watch The Departed tonight,
dude. So he was in like the reboot of Planet of the Apes, and he didn't want to be in it because he doesn't like sci-fi, but he just wanted to work with Tim Burton. But I'm just picturing Mark Wahlberg being like going up to Tim Burton. He's like, "Yo, Tim, huge fan. Would love to do something with you. Can you just not do any of the weird emo art shit though?"
Yeah.
What if we do a movie about a priest that saves a busload of kids?
Yeah, I want to do a Tim Burton Vietnam movie.
Okay, it's Tim Burton, but it's about a cop, and he's from Boston.
And he has to go to Vietnam to shaping things up.
That Planet of the Apes reboot with Mark Wahlberg, my dad took me to see that in theaters, and I was like, that was pretty good. And my dad's like, no, it wasn't. You did not enjoy that. That movie was a piece of shit. What's his name? Italian name.
Oh, Paul Giamatti?
Paul Giamatti in like full ape makeup for that entire movie. So funny.
Dude, yeah, if you want to talk about a great movie to eat too many edibles and watch.
Well, I've told you guys, the most recent Planet of the Apes trilogy, I think it's second to Lord of the Rings.
It's pretty good.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Rise, Dawn, War, each one better than the one before it.
Doesn't James Franco get killed in one of them?
The funniest thing about, he doesn't get killed, but he's in the first one and he plays a scientist who cures Alzheimer's. And it's fucking James Franco's face. And we're like, yeah, that guy, he looks like he can cure Alzheimer's. But even, I mean, that movie rules and they have that big showdown on the Golden Gate Bridge. But in the second movie, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, there's a scene where an ape has 2 machine guns and is on a horse.
Yeah.
That's the high point of American cinema.
I would love to watch a Planet of the Apes crossover with Fast and the Furious.
I got really high one time.
I thought they were doing that.
I thought they were doing Jurassic Park,
which
is still gonna rock.
A cool Planet of the Apes finale would be, you know how like in the original it's like, oh my God, it's the Statue of Liberty. It was Earth all along. It'd be cool if they stumbled upon humans and it was Mad Max.
Ooh.
So post-apocalyptic. We think it's just apes, but it turns out that I'm going to say cinematic universe for the 3rd time since I got here. If Planet of the Apes and Mad Max were in the same cinematic universe, that would rule.
Would Mark Wahlberg be in that movie, do you think? And what would his role be?
I think, do you remember in This Is the End where Danny McBride has Channing Tatum on a leash?
Yeah.
He's like the Gimp. I think Mark Wahlberg would be Tom Hardy's Mad Max's Gimp.
How much money do you think you'd have to be paid to do that?
I think if you like framed it as like if you made it religious in some way, I think he would do it for free.
Yeah.
If he was a gimp for
You're just
Jesus.
like you're a Jesus gimp.
I'm sorry.
Christ, Joe.
I'm sorry. I tried to burp away from the microphone.
Man.
This is my flu game, baby.
Well, if this was
not
Jordan's
winning. This is like a fucking Michael Jordan play.
This is like one of the other times he was sick and just had a very bad game.
Went up for like a dunk and just puked all over the fucking place.
When I got in Brian's car, he said, you don't have to do, or you didn't have to do this.
Yeah.
We've
He's
gone
like, no,
too
it's
far."
fine. This is going to be my flu game. And honestly, I didn't even know what he meant by that until right now. And now I'm like, I should have fucking turned around and dropped you back off at your house.
I've taken him to the Wendy's on Damon and
You're like,
Division.
yeah. Just like, here you go.
I personally think I'm doing a terrific job. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I mean, I guess we shouldn't just like shame you while you're doing us a favor and being on our podcast. But
This is also,
Anyways, here's another thing I think sucks about you right now.
this is my podcast debut, so I'm also just out of my element.
right. Yeah. Except for you did not have that humility in the car. You were like, actually, I had my own radio show at one point.
Yeah.
Happy Hour with Ethan and Joe from 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesdays, KRUI 89.7 FM, Iowa City's alternative radio.
Shout out Iowa
Yo,
City.
let's hear- let's
shout
just
out. What was the other guy's name?
Ethan.
Shout out Ethan. I
What's
heard you had just an amazing career after this. It just exploded. You got your 5th DUI and went to jail. Is that what it was?
Yeah, after our 3rd show, he got his like 3rd or 4th DUI and had to go to jail for a week, and he just
Yeah.
never came back on the show. But
So it was did you keep the name?
yeah, just Happy Hour with Joe sounded weird. So Happy Hour with Ethan and Joe. And then the joke I would do every week was Ethan will be with us next week pending good behavior.
Oh, cool.
Thanks.
Nice. Did you guys
How
have
long
a-
did he do?
I think like 5 or 6 days. But he told me he read like 6
Oh.
books while he was there.
What? He read 6 books in 5 or 6 days?
Yeah, he's a smart guy. But also, yeah, you're in jail. There's literally nothing else to do.
Yeah, but like even if I spent 12 hours a day reading, I think I would. How small was it? Like of mice and men? Like it was just like these little booklets.
I'm not sure. One guy I worked with in college who definitely smoked meth went to jail for meth possession, and we were asking him like, what was jail like? And he was a very passive, kind of timid guy, and he said that when he was in jail, his cellmate beat the shit out of him because he couldn't stop farting. He just kept from like bad prison food, and he kept farting, and then his cellmate one day was like, I can't take this anymore, and just beat the shit out of him for farting too much. So
Like stop eating slop, you fucking asshole.
yeah, have you guys been to jail?
No.
For a night.
Oh, a whole night.
Yeah.
He read 7 books.
I read
actually.
7 books.
What'd you go to jail for?
I got arrested with marijuana.
That sucks, dude.
Cannabis.
I got arrested with marijuana in Mexico.
And then what happened?
So I was there with like a rich friend in high school. It was like spring break senior year.
What's their name and bank account number?
I will say his family owned and sold 588-2300 Empire.
Got
His
it.
last name is Empire?
Yeah, and
That's the show that Terrence Howard
yeah,
stars in.
it's
He's in
actually
Power.
he is Terrence Howard. We went to high school together, but they brought me to Cabo, and me and my friend and his dad were smoking a joint on the beach. And when I was holding it, cops came up, and they took me off the beach. His dad was like, "All right, well, I'll see you later." He just fucking bailed, got in the water.
Hell yeah,
And
dude.
at one point, because I couldn't speak Spanish, I still can't, and so at one point they hadn't talked to me in a while, and so I thought they were done talking to me, and so I just started walking away, and then I got tackled and handcuffed, and Yeah, they took me to a jail like a half hour outside of Cabo, and I was shirtless and barefoot, and I was there for like an hour and a half, and then my friend
They
found
just
me.
personally drove you home.
Yeah, it was $50 to get out.
Wow.
Yeah.
American dollars?
Yeah, well, it was 500 pesos, so like 50 American bucks.
Got it.
But yeah, so I'm a international fugitive.
I think the craziest thing about that is that you got tackled because when you played varsity football, you played
You were
defense.
doing
You,
the
you played
tackling.
defense, so you were doing the tackling.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That is true.
You were like, yo, the tables have turned.
Yeah.
Although, as I mentioned before we started recording, if you Google my name, it's no longer the case, but the first result used to be a picture of me like completely missing a tackle, just eating shit.
What high school did you go to?
Deerfield High School.
Deerfield High School. Shout out Deerfield High School. Only the best come out of Deerfield High School. Who else has come out of Deerfield? Keith Stone has went to Deerfield High School.
That is not true, but Keith Stone is a close personal friend. I think no, the most famous person to go. Oh, the lady who does the voice of Lois Griffin. Went to
Oh,
my
wow.
high school.
What's her name?
I forget, but she's very
Yo,
funny.
so Joe, okay. Joe, I'm on maxpreps.com.
Oh my God damn it.
And I just want you to guess, based on the positions you played, which are listed as wide receiver and defensive back.
You look like a wide receiver and a defensive back too. What do you?
What
like,
was your
5'8"?
national? What was your Illinois rank?
We're gonna go back a second. I'm fucking 5'9". Don't you dare.
5'9".
Which, by the way, is the
Illinois'
average North
greatest
American male height.
5'9" wide receiver.
5'9", 195.
Yeah, I'm 195 again. Very different weight than 2009.
You're at your playing weight, baby. All it took was eating a bunch of topper sticks.
Yeah. All it took was
R.I.P.
8 million Miller Lights.
All right. So here. What was your senior football record? Where'd you guys go?
5-4.
Oh, this is a perfect segue. Hold on, before we get. So, what do you think Mark Wahlberg's record from award nominations to wins? He's been nominated 16 times for. We'll put it Academy Awards, Golden Globe Awards, Emmys, and SAG Awards.
I think he's won 3.
He is 0-16,
Let's go,
baby.
2008 Lions level.
He is 0-16. The only times he has ever won, so he's been nominated for 2 awards in the Boston Society of Film Critics.
Did he start?
Won them both. Won them both.
I just wanted to say that this was a wicked fucking movie, so I'm going to be voting for it.
Yeah, he was the wicked best supporting actor in The Departed. And then they had the wicked best cast from The Fighter.
All right. Where'd you go in conference?
What?
Conference games.
I don't remember my high school football record.
Dude, you remember
Well, you went
how
5
much
and
you
4,
weighed
which
in
sounds
high
like you
school.
didn't go to the playoffs.
No, we did not.
So what'd you do in conference?
I don't remember, Max. I'm sorry.
You went 3-2. It looks like you have a very
3 and
small
2.
conference.
That's it. Yeah.
All right. So what do you think your overall rank for people you graduated with in Illinois who were registered on Max Preps were?
Wait, am I ranked?
Yep.
Like 1,000 something?
Wait, you really are underestimating yourself.
You need to here. I'll rub your shoulder a little
Yeah.
bit.
No, you can't.
I can't. I don't.
Dude, you're sweaty. Are you okay?
It is 76 degrees in here.
It is rise. It has been rising.
Yeah.
By 1 degree, it's fine.
Yeah, 'cause
and
these-
that's just the Earth.
These
to be
hot
honest.
bits raising the temp.
I'll give you one more.
69.
Okay, you're not that good. You were 173rd overall in Illinois. Do you want
That's
to know?
really funny.
Do you want to know national?
No.
Brian, do you want to know how good
Yeah.
we are? Guest of the pod. Christine, we have to put this in the description that he was the 4,784th best high school football player in 2007.
Yeah, I think there was somewhere around 4,500 high school football players in America, so just outside that list.
So your girls' tennis team was pretty good in 2006.
Yeah, Deerfield's a rich area, so they crush at like country club sports. So like golf, tennis, swimming, stuff like that.
Football,
Not so much.
yeah, the last title was in 76.
Look who came back up.
Yeah,
Joe
dude.
Ames, XLTS.dev.
I think he pronounces it Eames, which is like what a pussy.
Well, he's Mormon.
Yeah, that's
this
already
you?
a tough look. No, our jerseys look like Ohio State. There's definitely no pictures of me on the internet playing football at this point.
Is this you playing for Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I did 2 years there.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
What years?
So I graduated high school in 2009, and I graduated college in 2016. So
So you were
Whoa,
there.
dude, you graduated college at the same year I graduated college. And you're like 4 years older than me.
Okay, first of all,
I graduated high school in 2012.
yeah, I went to college for 7 years because I'm
Big Bert Kreischer fan.
kind of a doctor. No, I got an English degree with no minor.
When was the last time you got a concussion, Joe?
I told you this the other day, didn't I? I think I was 27 or 28. I fainted in the bathroom after a long weekend of drinking.
Brad, what's the dumbest concussion you've ever gotten?
I don't remember any of them, to be honest with you, but the last concussion, oh, wait, yes, I've gotten hit by a car. Yeah. I got hit by a car in the financial district downtown Chicago, and I woke up, and everybody was yelling at me, like, to get the car's license plate, and then at that point, they were gone. Like, by the time I was just like, all right, I know where I am right now, the car was just gone, and, like, everybody's like, you should have gotten the license plate. And I was just looking at him, just like, why didn't any of you guys get the license plate? It was your idea.
They're all just recording you on the ground.
Yeah, look at this fucking dipshit.
And they're like yelling off camera, like, get his license plate.
Yeah. So hint to the pod: don't walk immediately when the little walk guy comes on, because people fly through intersections and turn left. And don't look if there's
I almost got T-boned yesterday. Finally got my car back. Almost got T-boned yesterday. Going well through a green, it had been a green light for a little bit. I'm struggling. It had been a green light for a little bit, and then this lady just barreled through and then flipped me off when I honked at her.
Oh, you got alpha'd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I followed her, and I'm her sub now.
You're her son.
I'm her son.
Nice, dude.
Cool. So,
did you know in 2006 Deerfield was in the top 1,000 schools in America?
Yeah, when I was like a junior or something, Deerfield was named like the third best place in America to raise your kids.
That's so funny, dude. In 2006 it was in the top 500, but then in 2005. Sorry. 2006, it was in the top 500, but in 2007, it was in the top 1,000. So I can't.
I think my GPA had a lot.
Yeah, I can't help but think you had something to do with that.
Deerfield became a blue ribbon school the year after I graduated. So I think once my GPA was no longer factored in, their numbers increased significantly. I think I had the lowest GPA in a graduating class of like 400 something kids.
what was your GPA?
1 point something.
1.69?
I wish. Yeah, it was that, and then so like, how dare you make fun of me for taking 7 years to graduate from college? I'm a miracle. The fact that I have a college degree, I overcame the odds.
I'm sorry.
Well, so if we're talking about hometowns and being voted great things, my hometown was voted this year actually the best place for a Columbus Blue Jackets player to die.
Oh, that happened in your hometown?
Like right near where I grew up.
They're talking about that having like mob affiliations or something like that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can we talk about this though?
We can talk about it.
How do you know that it's not?
Because it was
Are you in the mob?
No, it was at Manny Legacy's house.
So?
He's not mob affiliated.
What if the person who shot him was?
Well, it was a firework that went off. You remember
Sounds
when
a little spook. Hold on. Okay.
Remember when Carter almost lit fireworks off into all of us?
Max, okay.
Let's
Yeah,
go back.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, I do, but the people listening might not.
Okay.
This isn't a conversation, Max. We're doing a podcast. So stay on the topic of what the fuck, what was the guy's name?
Manny Legacy's house.
No, the guy who got killed.
It's something very European. I don't know how to.
Let's look it up. Okay, so this hockey player got killed by fireworks right next to Max's old house in Novi, Michigan, correct? Novi? Yep. And it may or may not be mob connected because why, Joe?
Well, so a lot of those like Eastern European, Russian hockey players are like mob sponsored, I guess. Like it's because you don't make any money forever. Hockey's a lot like comedy. You play juniors or whatever, minor league hockey. Like you don't make much money. So a lot of those guys will get sponsored by banditos and Russian mafia people. So
what are the bandito? What's
the banditos
of Russia,
of Latvia?
Yeah.
Where this player's from?
Yeah, it's the Russian mob definitely has.
All right, Joe, can you say his name?
Matis Kivlianikis.
Got it.
Holy shit.
So why do you think it was? Because he wasn't playing well, and they were just like, we can't do this anymore. Why can't they just?
He was 24. He was a backup goalie.
He just hit the league.
Yeah, he was not.
Wait, is that so? What team was he on?
The Columbus Blue Jackets.
And that's like a real team.
Yeah.
In the NHL.
Yep.
I thought that was like a juniors team.
I know,
did
it's
as
so
well.
funny.
Is it because they're that bad?
I wouldn't mind dying via firework.
Dude, how sick would it be if Mark Wahlberg played a Bruin, like a coach for the Bruins?
I don't buy it. Like, he made sense in The Fighter because you don't have to be tall to be a boxer. But Mark Wahlberg's like 5'7". I mean,
He's just 1 inch shorter than you.
he's 2 inches shorter than me, Brian, and I will walk the fuck out of this.
Podcast might get better.
Well, so here we go, Joe. We got the. We're not gonna play them. I'm never gonna listen to this, but it is. They do have the 911
The
calls.
911 call.
Yeah, they have all 3 of them.
On this week's podcast, we play 911 calls for something that happened in Novi, Michigan. Nothing to do with that, with anything at all. We have such a hard time of staying on fucking topic. And I can't believe it's me who's trying to be like, we gotta stay on topic, guys.
Well, it's 'cause I'm the
this
one who's
podcast idea that wasn't even mine. We gotta keep it fucking...
Well, I'm the one who's really hungover this time. All right, so at 2 p.m., Mark Wahlberg is doing meetings and work calls.
Yeah, dude. Thank you.
Joe, what are you doing at 2 p.m.?
Oh, he's smoking his first cig?
ripping a dart. I usually go for a walk around like 1 p.m. or something. Just go for a stupid little walk.
Okay,
Get
so
my
what are you
legs
doing
moving.
at 2?
On my couch, recovering from the walk or taking a shower.
Huffing an inhaler because he just walked 4 blocks.
Looking at your varsity football jersey?
I used to be 195.
I am 195, but it's 2 p.m. probably that.
3 p.m. Mark's picking up his kids at school. What are you doing? Whose kids are you picking up at school at 3 p.m.?
I think at 3 p.m. I'm actually doing my job for the first time all day. Just get some numbers in before 4 p.m. and then not work for the rest of the day.
So this is fun. You and Max both use our podcast hotline to add like talk time to your guys's to your guys. Do you really think employers are going to listen to the 7th episode of this podcast?
No, but I think our manager will Google the number that I call all the time that doesn't have any recorded audio with it.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm just so confused as to why you think your boss is going to listen to this hour-long podcast and then around minute 40, it's going to be like, oh, that's some incriminating evidence against our one of our worst employers and one of our most senior employees.
I will say though, when people see that I'm on this episode, they will be like, "Oh, Joe Eames is one of the top 3,000 comedians in Chicago."
Yeah,
and
that is true.
I think they'll tune in for that alone.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, Joe Eames."
Yes.
Yeah. Who's that guy that talks about trains all the time?
Wolf Larson?
Oh,
no.
Did you guys? So did you see that the guy who organized the storming of the Capitol building had a U.S. Capitol building Lego?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also have that Lego.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Joe, what were you doing January 6th?
Laughing my ass off scrolling Twitter. That
But
was the
January
funniest
5th,
thing
he was
ever.
helping him finish that Lego.
Yeah. I was unloading trucks in Washington D.C.
They're setting up together on FaceTime or on Skype.
It was I have the U.S. Capitol building. I have the White House. I have like a Chicago sky. It's the Lego architecture series. It's for ages 12 and up. So, I'd look. They're valuable.
You just hit the cutoff.
Yeah, I'm right around there. But it's if you look it up on eBay too, like there's they actually go for a solid chunk of change. There's a Falling Water one by Frank Lloyd Wright. Well, I mean, he didn't make the Lego, but
have you ever done the Lego, the Boston, the Fenway Park Lego is $60.
Oh, the Boston Marathon bombing Lego is actually super,
It comes with like a little, you can turn a dial, and it goes like.
It's on the secret
There's a
menu at the
little
Lego
pressure
store.
cooker. There's a little pressure cooker Lego.
that Boston Marathon bombing movie, Patriot Day, it's a guilty pleasure, terrible movie. I mean, it's propaganda, but
Pretty good though.
Yeah.
Some propaganda is actually pretty fun to watch.
yeah, I do love the part where J.K. Simmons, like the cops, like they're shooting at us. And J.K. Simmons, like, yeah, no shit. He just fucked up. There is that part though where they're questioning like the bomber's wife, who is a Muslim woman and has like the hijab and everything, and the like a woman from like the CIA or like Department of Defense or Homeland Security is like. It was in the trailer. She's like, honey, you have no rights or whatever. And people were like, yeah, dude, this rules. It's fucking...
That was probably the worst thing to happen to our culture in a long time, where it was just like, that just sent us back to 2001 real quick.
And what was a shooter? Not shooter. What was the one the Chris Kyle movie?
Oh, Lone Survivor.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one where the end of the movie...
That wasn't Lone Survivor. The Chris Kyle movie was American Sniper.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That guy... got sued by Jesse Ventura because he lied a lot. Like,
Didn't he kill himself?
No, he got killed by a vet with PTSD who he was like part of it, because he was this famous veteran.
Shout out the troops.
Yeah, shout out. Respect
R.I.P. the troops, dude.
R.I.P. all troops. But he did like a bunch of outreach stuff with traumatized vets, and so this one guy was like, deeply mentally ill and had PTSD. And so they took him to a fucking shooting range and he shot Chris Kyle in the back of the head, like at a shooting range. And like Chris Kyle texted his friend being like, I'm getting weird vibes from this guy, like watch my six kind of thing. And yeah, it's just really funny that it's like, oh, this guy's fucked up. This guy's scary. Well, let's go fire weapons together at a gun range. And then the guy stole Chris Kyle's truck. That's why he killed him. He wanted his truck. So,
whoa.
Why do you have a nice truck, Chris? I guess
Well, because he was, because of the cool movie.
The end of the movie is his funeral, which was at like AT&T Stadium, like where the Dallas Cowboys play. Pretty aggressive, if you ask me.
Wait, was his funeral there?
Yeah, they had.
Okay, so it was.
Oh, the dude also killed his friend, so the text didn't even matter.
Yeah,
but he used different guns that both belonged to Chris Kyle.
So we did bring up the movie Shooter, which I will say is actually a pretty good movie.
I've never seen it.
I forgot about that movie. I used to watch that movie a ton when I was a child.
That's A, concerning. B, that's one of those movies where I've never seen it start to finish, but I've watched YouTube videos of certain scenes a bunch of times.
Oh, I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure you can almost watch the whole movie on YouTube.
Yep.
That's when you know you have a fucking great piece of cinema on your hands, is if you could just like go through YouTube and just watch it for free.
Yeah, what's his story? He's like the world's most lethal sniper, and then they're trying to kill him.
Yeah, he's like an assassin. It was pretty much the Bourne movies. It came around the same time too, but it was just an assassin that they were trying to assassinate. And I guess he betrayed the United States.
Sick.
A top Marine sniper who previously abandoned the military after a routine mission gave way to tragedy is double-crossed by the government after reluctantly being pressured back into service. In Training Day director... Joe, read that name?
Oh, dude. We got to have a segment every time where we just say... it's called Max Tries to Read Something.
Yep.
The name is Antoine Fuqua.
Max picks a giant bracket.
Dude, no. You should have seen it the last week. It was unbelievable.
He's gone.
How bad
He's
it
gone.
was. We had to literally ask someone else to start reading it for him. It was unbelievable how bad he is at fucking reading things out loud.
It's funny that A, Max is illiterate, but B, he walked out of the room. He's gone now.
I don't even know if he's coming back.
I-
It's one of those bits where you're just like, he didn't think that one through. You just made it out. You just went outside, and then what'd you do?
Yawn and turn around.
Yep. It was another one of your just great physical bits that you do on this podcast.
I really like to explore the space.
Oh, yeah.
Taking a clowning class, audible clowning.
Yeah. So do you want to finish that one off there, Max?
I'm popcorning Joe.
Popcorn.
All right. Where am I starting from?
yeah,
when high-profile government officials locate him at his remote mountain retreat following an extensive search. Wait, Swagger? That's his name?
Wait, no. It's there.
Bobby Lee Swagger.
Bob Lee Swagger. His fucking name is Bob Lee Swagger.
It's also Bobby Lee. Shout out comedians.
Yeah. He's he sounds like a Korean rapper. Bob Lee Swagger.
Yeah, he kind of does sound like.
There's no way.
Yeah, his last name is Swagger. Didn't his wife die or something in the movie? And then he meets Kate Mara, when I was I was 13 when this came out, and I had a huge crush on her.
Yeah, Kate Mara was
Just
the shit
her?
for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's the only one.
And if you couldn't really point out that timeline, that was about the time when Brian's little ding dong started working. So
Your junior year of high school.
Wait.
I was
What?
my junior year of high school. I'm not.
Yeah, Joe.
I said I was
What?
13.
Yeah. No wonder it took you 7 years to graduate college.
You were 14.
Wait, so you were an incredible high school football player then?
Yeah,
If you were,
I was 11.
if you were
playing
14,
varsity.
putting up those numbers.
If you're 14 and you're in the top 2,000 wide receivers in the entire country, Jesus Christ.
5,000, top 5,000. But top 200 in the state.
That's,
Yeah.
I didn't know I was ranked. That's
Did
so
you score a
stupid.
single touchdown?
No.
Yeah. How
Never
did you
once.
get ranked then?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a mistake.
I think at some point it just goes into like alphabetical order.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't even like all conference. There's no way I'm like ranked by any like.
Who
actual
did get
letter.
all conference? And
Oh
why
man,
should have you gotten it?
Let me list off the names. No,
This would be incredible if you
Have you
don't.
guys talked about The Happening yet?
A little bit. We can go back into it. It's a pretty great movie in the sense where they have Mark Wahlberg play a science teacher.
Back to the James Franco Planet of the Apes thing. Some
Yeah.
people are too hot to play smart people.
Yes. Well, also too, just in their real lives, just so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg has Mark Wahlberg
And
said
problematic.
anything on the record about the vaccine? I could see him definitely being an anti-vax guy.
I could see him being a pro-vax guy.
Yeah,
to be
I
honest
think
with
he's
you.
pro-vax because he wants to make money off his gyms.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I could and like he owns like part owner of like a restaurant. Even though I don't know why anybody would go sit down at the Wahlburgers. I feel like that's like a food where you order for takeout and eat it in your car and cry.
Max just misspelled vaccine in the Google
Yep.
search.
Joe,
by the
you
way.
spell vaccine.
Did you spell it like Max?
VACCINE. I'm actually very good at spelling. I'm an idiot, but I'm very good at spelling. I also have this weird autistic thing where if you say a word, I can tell you how many letters are in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Xylophone.
That's like 9.
You're just gonna guess them, and I'm gonna not look it up.
Transportation.
11.
Okay, we gotta start looking these ones up. How many letters are in?
You could just spell transportation.
Yeah, then we got to count.
14. Nope. Sorry, dude.
Not quite.
All right, then what's xylophone?
9. I was right about that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Wow. Good job. All right, so you're 1-1.
How many letters in
Vaccine.
7.
Oh yeah, you already had that one.
how many letters in the Vietnamese alphabet?
I don't know. The reason I can do that is I do this weird thing where it's like an obsessive compulsive thing. I get stuck on words, and so I spell them over and over again in my head. And if they have an odd number of letters, I add a vowel so that it has an even number of letters. And then I break it down by what it's divisible by, and I try to keep the double letters together.
So you're just speaking the Queen's English in your head.
Yeah, I think I'm just autistic.
Wait, what? So you get nervous that there's an odd number of letters, so you just add a letter to it?
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Preferably
It's like-
an A or an I, so it's like a...
Wait, what?
I don't know if nervous is the right word, right?
Where
it
do
just
you
like
put the-
feels,
Yeah, it just feels wrong.
It feels wrong.
Yeah, and then...
This is a hard hit, and I think we're gonna win a Pulitzer for this. To be honest with you.
That's our Make-A-Wish episode. I can't speak. Joe has a weird thing with numbers and letters.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Brian got laid.
And I'm not afraid to admit it. Yeah, no. Cool. So we've covered a lot.
We still have yet to finish the comparison of Mark and Joe's days.
Oh, I think we can honestly, that should be like our big finish.
Okay, well, so we could go to some of the the classics. So the Mark Wahlberg 9/11 story, right?
It's so fucking
Okay,
great.
what other historical event, usually tragedy, do you think would have gone a little bit different had Mark Wahlberg been there?
Boston Marathon bombing, for
Done
sure.
it. You gotta
Yeah,
think.
you gotta pick. You gotta dig deep. This
You
is
gotta
our
dig deep.
7th episode, dude.
Oh, all right. I will say if Mark Wahlberg had been killed on 9/11, I think the entire city of Boston would have volunteered to fight in the Iraq War. If Mark Wahlberg had been...
Yeah. Okay.
If
got it.
If Mark Wahlberg had been there for...
I got a better one. Because fuck the historical ideas.
See, this is why I love our podcast, and I'm not embarrassed to ever ask anybody to be on it, because, Max, you never interrupt anybody.
Nope.
In fact, I think this is maybe the first time it's ever happened on the podcast.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you're really good about it.
Well, I was just going to say...
I wish you never came back in that door, I'm not going to lie to you. I wish you just actually went home.
Yeah, I should have. I did really debate about going to the bathroom.
I think you guys are both great at this.
What
if it means anything.
embarrassing moment in your life would have been better had Mark Wahlberg been there?
I lost my virginity in a car in my high school parking lot. So if Mark Wahlberg had been there, that would have been...
That was embarrassing?
Yeah.
I also
It was a
lost my virginity.
Saturday.
And what do you think would have happened if Mark was there?
There would have been a lot more blood in the first, in the first class.
Yeah, no, I think I would have had sex with Mark Wahlberg. Preferably Donnie.
Well, that's not the question. Okay. That was good enough. Yeah. You want to just read stuff off my email? I mean, we're really just fucking grasping right now.
4 p.m. Mark Wahlberg's doing his second workout of the day. Joe, what are you doing?
Ideally writing a joke or something, but most likely...
just in case anybody didn't know yet, Joe's a comedian.
Joe does comedy. I don't know if anyone's heard.
I'd like to think it was pretty obvious from the get-go with all these hot bits that I'm throwing out.
And the way you like inflect your voice up and down, you're not very monotone at
I'm
all.
always very monotone, though. This isn't like a...
That's what I was saying. I was saying you're very monotone.
Yeah, okay,
just
cool.
Interesting to listen to.
4 p.m. That's usually like when I'm doing my job the most because I have to like hit certain numbers by 5 p.m. So
Okay, at 5 p.m. he's showering. What are you doing?
Probably like figuring out what open mic I'm gonna bomb at, and then figuring out how to get there.
5:30 p.m.
Shout out the open mics at Lincoln Lodge Theater.
Shout out the Lincoln Lodge.
Shout out the Lincoln Lodge.
Shout out Lincoln Lodge.
Shout out,
Shout out the person that Joe lost his virginity to.
in a car.
Sorry
you couldn't. Yeah, sorry you couldn't be Mark Wahlberg.
I've never
Apparently he
saw her
would've-
again.
It was like
So
later.
okay,
That was a one night stand. She went to a different high school? You guys don't know her.
Got it.
so are you sure she exists?
Yeah, because then my cousins knew her in college, and they got a big kick out of it when they found out that I lost my virginity to her.
Wait,
A
did
lot
you
of people
tell
know
her?
your cousins.
What's that?
A lot of people know your cousins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah.
What do you mean, friend of the pod?
Friend of the pod.
We can't just say things like that and like
Friend of the pod.
inside
Connor,
jokes.
Friend of the pod. Connor knows.
Yeah,
Joe's cousin.
a Chicago comedian fucked my cousin.
Got it.
I won't mention names, but yeah.
You thought it was Tommy Schneeman, but then I was just like, no, that is not Tommy Schneeman, and you're like, oh.
They're both cute kids. I will say that. But
Who
yeah.
both your cousins?
I come from a good-looking family. Yes.
Who's your hottest family member?
The one that Connor fucked?
I have a cousin who models, so that's great.
Cool.
What's her name?
I'm not gonna do that.
All right. Well,
Joe Eames in a wig. Buddy, you are looking great.
okay,
Oh yeah, he has the Viking hat one. That guy's definitely in like some sort of weird sex cult.
guys.
5:30 p.m. Mark
no
Wahlberg.
visual bits.
Just Google
How
Joe
much
Eames.
do I have to say this? I think I've been saying this for the past 3 episodes. Also, no clapping.
You're not allowed to clap.
This is recorded. Well, I mean, do you love it when people clap in your ear?
Brian, I think it's time to tell you, your high school bullies paid us to just do this to
This
you.
podcast. We don't even fucking release these. We just do this so I can pee my pants in front of people.
Did you get bullied in high school?
Yeah, dude. Of course I fucking did. Look at
He was
me,
a tight
baby.
little pussy.
Yeah.
5:30 p.m. Mark Wahlberg is eating dinner and having family time.
Yeah, that's
Also what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's when he's eating breakfast. So Joe told me outside before we had a cigarette, and when we were having a cigarette, he was like, "Yeah, I usually don't even get hungry until 4 p.m." And I was like, "Yeah, like food's supposed to be like our energy for the day. It's not like just wait until your body's like, yo, by the way, I still need stuff."
Yeah, instead of housing a 4 for 4 before passing out. I think that's
I
how the
never
body's
really
supposed
get
to work.
thirsty. My tongue gets really dry, but I never get thirsty.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Things just kind of move slow. I'm very lethargic.
Do you ever
but-
like when you stand up from a chair, you just like almost pass out?
Yeah, that used to happen to me way more often, like when I was immediately removed from a bunch of concussions. It's gotten better, but yeah, I used to get lightheaded and faint all the time.
Did you also start drinking more water since
Well, I mean,
in those years?
Shout out to boomers for not realizing water's important until like 6 years ago.
Who said that water's not important until 6 years ago?
Like when you were a kid, was it like, hey, you got to drink water all the time? No, it was like drink milk.
Oh yeah,
and that was it. There was never like, oh, make sure you stay hydrated.
Dude, do you remember the Got Milk campaign?
Yeah, big milk shelling out money. That and the food pyramid, two of the funniest things ever. Where the food pyramid was like, first things first, bread. Just so much fucking bread, desserts on it. Like
it's like everything that was told that we were told to like get a ton of back in the day is now like, yo, don't even consume that. You don't even need it. Like it's like completely useless.
Bread, Beanie Babies.
Milk, bread, Beanie Babies. What other? Dude, yeah, me and my dad used to go hunting for Beanie Babies.
Like in the yard.
In my grandma's house.
The breakfast being the most important meal of the day. That was literally fabricated by Big Breakfast.
Wait, I think that's true though.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah. So okay, so not all the things that they told us when we were kids. So breakfast is pretty important.
No.
That's been the show, everybody. I'm just kidding. We gotta finish Mark Wahlberg's day. Like we're like we gotta do it now.
We're almost to the end of Mark Wahlberg's day.
Got it.
7:30 p.m. bedtime.
What a pussy, dude. I would beat Mark Wahlberg's ass.
Dude, it's literally still like light out for like another 2 hours.
I don't understand how you have a relationship with your children if you go to bed before them. Like that's.
I think this is back when his kids were little.
Or they're like not
like
even...
the kids go to bed at 7:30 p.m. when they're young.
Or
if they're naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Mark Wahlberg would benefit from extensive cocaine use.
Okay, so now we're flipping the. This is how we got to the point where Joe is the anti-Mark. We're now 7:30 bedtime, 8:30. Mark Wahlberg is unconscious. Joe Eames is
hitting the stage, baby.
How do you psych yourself up to get on stage? How do you get in the headspace to be one of Chicago's comedians?
He points himself in the face and goes, "People don't hate you. People don't hate you. People don't hate you."
Yeah,
Joe, how do you handle it when like someone's name gets drawn at the Laugh Factory that you don't want their name to be drawn?
Oh man, yeah, I kind of lost my cool. That was embarrassing.
That's the only time that's ever happened. Like for you. Okay, so 9:30.
9:30, I think I'm done telling jokes for the day, and I'm now inhaling Miller Lights with one of 5 different comedians, including the 2 of you.
Got it.
9:45.
Yeah, the same until my body gives out.
Got it. So we're gonna have a very anticlimactic ending to this this little bit.
Yeah, I hated that bit the entire time. If I'm being honest,
I'm not gonna lie, didn't love it either.
Yep.
If anyone listens to this entire episode, they belong in jail.
This is one of our worst episodes, I will say.
Awful.
This is for the super fans.
Listen, if anyone is now getting to this point, send me a Venmo request for $1.
Yeah, and I'll put your name in a drawing for my for tickets at the Laugh Factory.
Oh man, you want to just go a quick
for tickets for a gig that you can just give out a promo code and give out comps.
All right, Hour of Hatred.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I already did that with you guys though.
Yeah.
I can only really outwardly hate people that I have told hammered and on cocaine that I actually love them.
I think they're very talented. The person we're talking about.
Yeah. All right, we're doing a great job just being fucking vague and uninteresting. We should just end this podcast, right?
We're talking about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle needs to get his numbers up. He's not hustling nearly hard enough.
He's not out in these streets like us.
No.
All right, Max, button it up.
Speaking of out in these streets, I'm gonna go lay down in front of a bus. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, dude, Max, button it up. Wait, I guess that could have been it, but we didn't. That would have been amazing if I just didn't fucking keep talking. All right, Max, go. Throw a little button on it.
All right, well, that has been another riveting episode of Max and Brian Try to Fight the Wahlbergs. If you are listening, the Wahlbergs family, we are coming for you, especially with the energy levels and just
Max has the first
skills.
drink of Pedialyte.
Before I gotta drink a Pedialyte, I gotta have a coffee, I gotta take a nap, and then I'll be ready to fight you.
Then he'll be ready to pass out before the first punch is thrown.
Yep, I'll get too scared. And but yeah, thanks for listening. Please check out all the other podcasts on the Lincoln Lodge Podcast Network. Joe, anything you want to plug?
Follow
the
me on
open mic
Twitter.
at Cole's.
It was great.
Joe, you want to plug your viral tweets?
Yeah.
I have gotten 132,000 likes on a tweet.
Yeah,
before,
he was
whatever.
the sweatpants in the rafters COVID tweet guy.
Yeah,
so you're fucking welcome, listeners.
Yeah.
It says, how did we make it this far without mentioning that? But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at LeBron_Ames. What up?
Awesome. Well, Brian, anything?
Yeah, you can stop listening to this podcast. I'm just kidding. Please keep listening. I actually don't even know if there are listeners. Max keeps telling me that there's millions, and he makes me look like a fucking idiot every time.
They love my, how open I am about not being able to speak.
Dude, we should end this. All right, thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.